Hey guys, how we doing? Now, I just got one of the coolest calls that I've had in quite some time. And inside of this bucket, I'm gonna show you something that you might not have seen before. Inside, what I grabbed from a school, from one of my dear friends calling me saying, Ryan, we have a snake and we don't know what it is, but we need you to come grab it. So, let me introduce you to this little guy here. This is a very fun snake. This is the California night snake. But even better, it wasn't just one. Let me show you his baby brother. This here is another California night snake. He's a baby. Now, if you look at this, this is an absolutely beautiful snake. And I am a little bit nervous. I don't want to hurt him at all because he's so little and he's so brittle that the last thing in the world that I want to do is hurt him, right? So this here, California night snake. Now, can any of you guess why he's called the night snake? Maybe it's because he comes out at night. The night snake primarily comes out at nighttime, simply to hunt on small little animals. Sometimes they'll eat little baby snakes. Sometimes they eat lizards and frogs and anything that's going to be tiny enough to fit inside of their little body. We traditionally say is a snake will eat something about the size of their thickest point of their body. So this guy here is probably eating little snakes, little slugs, baby lizards, and things like that. This snake is a rear-fanged, semi-venomous. Their venom is only intended for the prey that they eat. Being rear-fanged, what that means is they grab a hold of their prey. They grab it and they squeeze it up nice and tight. And once they squeeze it tight, they begin to open their mouth as wide as they can. And they chew back as far as they can until the rear fang penetrates their prey. Once that happens, their food will be considered ready to eat. Now, one of the coolest things about the night snake is that these guys actually like to act like rattlesnakes sometimes. Not only do they look like it through their amazing color pattern, but what they'll also do is when they're scared, they'll coil up into a tight little ball. Then they'll flatten out their head to make it look like a triangle. And once they do that, they'll begin to shake their little tail. But they're not rattlesnakes, so what their tail does is it does make a little clicking, but they'll usually hit it on something. Hopefully in their mind, they're thinking, this is going to keep me safe because somebody's going to think I'm a rattlesnake. And usually we do. But remember, that's just simply a defensive tactic that they are using to stay safe, and they want you to stay away from them. Now, these guys were in an elementary school or a school. I don't want the kids to hurt him. He doesn't want to get hurt by kids. So one of the best things that we could do is come out, rescue him, relocate him to a safer environment. I will be using them for education purposes, but just one time, and then let them go. And yes, while they're here, you better believe they're gonna get a meal. I'll make sure that both of these snakes here eat. I'll make sure they have a full belly, and I'll make sure they've got nothing to worry about when I release them back into a wild spot that is gonna be suitable for them. Usually like a hillside with a bunch of rocks around it, because that's where they really like to hide. This, again, California night snake, an amazing species of snake, and I'm excited to have found him. Cool.